Hello, welcome to the video where I react to Ashton tier listing his entire board game collection. Except it's more than just a reaction because in this video, I'm actually going to tier list his board game collection on my very own tier list. That is obviously way goddamn better than his tier list because Ashton has trash taste. Now, because I believe in fair use, you are not going to see the entirety of Ashton's tier list video in this video. In fact, I'm going to be playing his video in a corner up there on the top right. It's very small. I'm going to cut out a lot of things that he says, and then mostly just going to keep what he says in terms of where he's actually placing the games. And I'm also going to make the audio complete trash. So yeah, take that, copy striking YouTube. Now, as you can see here, I have put together an actual tier list, unlike my savage partner on this channel, Ashton. I have no idea what compelled him to go and stack up all the games in this very haphazard game of board game Jenga he was playing right there, but whatever. We're here. We're going to do it right. Let's jump into it.
Welcome to the tier list. So we have TI4. So I'm gonna put it in A.
What the hell? No balls whatsoever. You know what I say to that? TI4 is an easy S tier. What the f are you smoking? This is by far one of the greatest space opera territory control board games of all time, you heathen.
Yeah, this game's really good, but TI4 just kind of does everything better. Oh gosh, this is hard.
It's not that hard, buddy. It's not that hard.
Okay, well if I didn't have TI4...
Please cut. You have been standing there for like 20 seconds. Come on, just go.
I'm gonna put it in B. I think that's a pretty good place for it.
Well, it's just slightly worse TI4. So, wrong again. We're gonna put this over in the A tier. Bam, a bop, zibbida bing boom. There's TI4 in A. I mean TI3. You know what I mean?
Gosh, we are very quickly running out of space.
What are you doing?
I am very, very biased here because I like the show a lot. So I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in S.
Fair enough, fair enough. That game definitely belongs in S. I 100% agree with that opinion. It's a good opinion, but my god, I feel like this is just one of those games where you kind of like reminisce over like your war buddies, but like, oh yeah, you remember those days, the good old days where you played Battlestar Galactica and we had these crazy plays. I don't know, we've never been able to quite replicate what we've done in the past, and I'm not sure what the hell the reasoning is for that. And also, on that note, social deduction games have kind of like plummeted for me personally. It might just be our group, I have no idea, but just nothing is ever as good as like those first few games. Like there's like this meta that's developed and everyone's always like constantly checking each other, and like the space for cool plays just doesn't really happen anymore. So as much as I hate to do this, this game really should be higher. I have like amazing memories of it. Like I'm actually putting it in C tier. This is monstrous, I know, but this is just a deeply personal thing that I don't know what the hell's going on with our group or what's up, but yeah. I should also mention, I do not watch the show, so I don't know what the hell's going on with the characters. It does seem cool, though.
Sid Meier's Civilization? I feel like I'm always down to play this game. I'm gonna put it in... I'm gonna put it in A.
Good taste, good taste. 100% agree with all the things you're saying. It's a good game for sure. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna put it in. We're always gonna put an A tier. You know, it's one of those games that's like, yeah, good area control game. Makes it to the table quite often. Really satisfying to just build and progress things. Like if we ever have 4 people or maybe 5, and we got some time to kill, Civ, great option to go to. If it's 6 though, you know TI4 is gonna play on that table.
Next big Fantasy Flight game, Mansions of Madness. Yeah, this game is just. It's always good. I'm gonna put it in A.
It's always good. I'm gonna put it in A. I'm putting this in S. What is wrong with you? This game is beautiful. It's amazing. I can play this with like literally anybody, and it does the job of being a mansion crawler exceptionally well. What the yo? You know what? Get that weak sauce out of here. We're putting this in S. Easy S tier, baby.
Now, Mansions of Madness First Edition. Wow, yeah, this game is cool, but really flawed. This basically would never even dream about playing this again. So I'll put this in, put it in D.
100% agree. We are never playing first edition ever goddamn again, because second edition exists. So, yeah, you know what? I'm going below it. I'll play in E. Like, we're never touching this again. Sorry, first edition, but second edition is, ooh, so much of an improvement over you.
Okay, next game, Descent. Journeys into the Dark. I'll put it in B. We beat the game, by the way. Pretty promising. I would be down to play again.
Yeah, pretty much agree. We're putting it in B. Also, Gloomhaven exists, so yeah, it's pretty good. I have good memories of it, but Gloomhaven slaughters this game. I'm sorry. Actually, by that standard, it's in C. It's in C. I don't think we're really gonna get around to playing it again, because it's like, if we gotta delve into some new dungeon to really crawler, where we could just play Gloomhaven, there's so much content in Gloomhaven, then like, why would we even bother? Putting you in C. Bye-bye, Descent. Descending down the tier list. Oh!
Next big fantasy flight, Android. I don't know, like, I wanted to like it. I really wanted to. I'm gonna put it in D.
We're putting it lower now. I have no idea what's going on in this game. We played it like once, maybe twice. Was I even there for the second game? I don't even remember. That game has been repressed from my memories. It's just like, okay, just like broken mechanics, rules just like all over the place. There's a murderer. There's just like these witnesses that you got to figure out who's the not witnesses, suspects. That you got to figure out who's the murderer. Like, what even is this game? I just don't even know what this game is. Like okay. Unless someone comes up and like fixes all of the problems for it, I'm probably not gonna take another look at it. So E, bam, get in there.
Chaos in the Old World. I like this game a lot. The problem with asymmetric games is sometimes they're too asymmetric, and I don't really like that. I don't really get that feel with this, but it's still replayable. I'll put it in A.
Solid choice. I too would put it in A. Look how less dangerous to my games this is. What the hell, Ashton? Also, I do want to point out that yes, we do have the expansion for Chaos in the Old World, and I love me what that expansion did. It basically not only added like more content for just more content, right? Just like another faction you can play, but it also it changed up the base game factions as well. So like you're basically playing like not quite two entirely different games, but you were playing very different games if you're choosing to play with or without the expansion, which is really cool.
Game of Thrones, the board game, 2nd edition. I'm never down to play this game, and if I'm playing a 6-player game, why not just play Twilight Imperium 4? So this is gonna go in D.
No. Low energy. What? That's what makes the game cool. It's all this political intrigue and backstabbing. You're like sending text to your friends underneath the table, and people are like leaving the room to go to the bathroom. Like, what? This game is basically just Game of Thrones, and actually Game of Thrones with the level of backstabbing. Like, not gonna lie, you kind of gotta embrace a bit of asshole energy when you're playing this game. But oh my god, does this game do Game of Thrones super duper well? Which, by the way, I need to finish that show. I'm only at like season 5 or something, so we'll get to it. The question is, I put in A or B, because I feel like this rarely makes it a table, just literally because TI4 exists. It's just like, where the hell is the room for this? Yeah, just on that, I would put it in A, but just because like I haven't played this game like forever, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to a table that frequently, I'm just gonna put it in B.
The last big fantasy flight game, Tigris and Euphrates. The problem is, a lot of my friends don't really like abstracts, but mechanically, it's great. As a reservation, I'll put it in A.
Okay, so Tigris and Euphrates, whatever you say that, is one of those games where it's like, this is very mechanically sound, and it's like a really cool functioning game. But it's also one of those games where I can't really get into it that much because of the theme. I don't really know what's going on in it. It's just, it's just super abstract. I don't like really feel like those haha gotcha moments. I guess they're there mechanically, because I'm just like trying to actually picture what the hell is going on in the board. I'm just like, what? So because of that, I'm putting it in C, because it's obviously not a bad game. I'm probably not going to get around to playing it. I'm not that eager to play it, because it's, like he said, kind of abstract. I don't really know what's going on in it thematically. It's just kind of like, you just got these pots and things like temples moving around. Game sound, but doesn't really interest me, you know.
Cards Against Humanity. It's not a good game. This is gonna be an F.
A default F? Yeah, okay, I could see that, yeah, but you mean to say E? God, what's up with your tier list? What is this, man? Now, you may consider this heresy, but I got me some really dumb normie brain, and I do have a lot of really good memories of playing this game in college and at parties and such. So, we're actually gonna put this game, believe it or not, in B. Yeah, I'm a heathen, I know, god damn it. Like, screw me for wanting to play with normies and stuff, right? But also, did you guys know that Cards Against Humanities has actually a lot of really cool house rule variants you can find out there. One of my favorite ones is when you have to like build this grid-like structure. I don't even know what the hell this was called. I don't remember where I read it from. I can't even find it if I want to go and find it again now. But you actually go and place cards and debate people over the answers, and you get some really, really funny results out of this game. Also has an actual like more tangible objective because of that. I don't know, just look up house for sort of game. There's totally a ton of different talking games you can make out of those cards. So you don't always have to play default and base game.
Last word. Really good party games. Surprisingly good. You have to have people that are pretty coherent with English and willing to think really fast. I'm gonna put it in A.
100% agree with it. This game makes me feel unbelievably big brain, super fast paced, thinking quick on your feet is the key to success. I love things like that. I'm gonna put it in A. And also, I just got a soft spot in my heart for party games that I can just pick up and play with people who aren't the most deep into the hobby. You know, that's a very important thing, being able to get people in here that would otherwise not have a second thought about board games. It's like, before you know it, you're playing like, oh, I'm gonna play Dixit now, or I wanna play like, I don't know, some other light game I'm probably not thinking of, like Sheriff of Nottingham, or like Betrayal House and Hill, and suddenly you're getting these people into your heavier games. It's like, you gotta have some stupid things in here to just get people in once in a while, okay? And at worst comes to worst, maybe they only see play at parties, which is still great. I like party games. Parties are fun.
Throw Burrito. This is spoons, but way better. I mean, I would whip this out with like basically anyone. Put it in A.
What the I don't have a picture of Throw Burrito on my computer anymore. How the hell? Hold on, give me one moment. Okay, impromptu, very stupid solution. We're just gonna put a white square there and just write Burrito over it, alright? There we go, perfect. TTB, Throw Burrito. But yeah, I agree with him fully. A tier for Throw Burrito, super duper fun game. Get some exercise in there while you're playing some board games. Like, we need more Dex games in board game world, man. So stuff like Throw Burrito, I feel like the novelty of that is gonna take a really long time to wear off, because there's always improvements you can be made to your body, you know, not just the game. Actually, no, you know what? I'm changing my mind. We're moving this to S, believe it or not, okay? Because the reason why I'm doing that is because I just realized that this is a game that gets pretty much pulled out at like most parties, if not all of them that I've been to. Like, people want to play this game. Look at it like immediately just like they want to. Like, and when we can play it, like, oh my god, especially when the drinks start flowing, like, dude, you get so much cool, hype, stupid things coming out of this game that are unbelievably fun in comparison to a lot of other party games out there. So because of how unique this game is, how much it just offers something so special. It's going in S, actually.
Wits and Wagers. I'll put it in C. I don't think it has the legs to be played like legitimately like as a long-term party game. Okay, I have no idea what Wits and Wagers is, so we're just gonna put it like off in the corner somewhere in the like the unknown area, right? So it's not technically an E, it's not actually there, because I don't know anything about it. Somehow I've never played it. Okay, Grifters. This is Indie Boards and Cards. After a couple plays, you feel like you've seen all there is to see. I'll put it in C. I'm okay with playing it again. It's rather quick. Yeah, I agree with him. Grifters, C game. It's like nothing really outstanding about it, but I can't really call it bad. It's one of those games that's like very much on my brain, just like it's there. It's just kind of there. All right, Grifters, here you go. Dead average, C, get in there. I guess on this list it'd be slightly below average, because there's nothing in average. It's either B or C. Red Dragon Inn, we have Red Dragon Inn 1, Red Dragon Inn 2. I don't even drink, and I think this game is fun. It's a roleplay, just mess around with friends. So I'm gonna put this in, I'll put it in B. I don't think it has the legs to be like a legitimate game. Now I shall put Red Dragon Inn into B as well, because it's one of those games where it's like, I really like this game, I have a great time with it, but the problem is, it's like the worst of both worlds. I can't really get a lot of like heavy gamer dudes to play this game that well and like drink and actually like roleplay, have a good time in that sense, but for people who like don't really delve into board games either, if they're drunk, they're not going to comprehend the rules of this game. So it's just kind of just falls flat on its face either way, which I have a big problem with. Yeah, it's a big problem of just like getting it to the table in the proper headspace and everyone's like kind of drinking and, you know, rowdy and all that. Maybe that's, you know, I gotta find a D&D crew to do this. I don't know. That's kind of like the beauty of Cards Against Humanity. Everyone can be like wasted, and this game will just perfectly just operate, just completely fine. Here are a couple plays you've seen all there is to see. It's not like you could really marathon this by any means. It's really overpriced. Oh yeah, it's also really overpriced. How did I forget about that? Like, Jesus, I think I got mine for like $40. This is not worth that much. Next game, Monopoly Fortnite. Yeah, this is Daniel's game, and I've been able to play it once or twice. Surprisingly good. I'd be down to play this again. I'll put it in C. Yeah, so we got a playthrough of Monopoly Fortnite on our channel if you guys want to go watch that. Game's a big meme. Like, oh my god, it is stupid. But yeah, Ash is right. It plays a lot differently than normal Monopoly. It's like kind of a weird Franken game between Fortnite and Monopoly. We're gonna put it in C because I do wish there was a little more decision making to be made in it. I'm sure with, you know, someone will come up with some house rules to fix that, but like you can't really find that much information about this game online anyways. So just do whatever. Man, I feel like people are gonna hate me for this tier list. You got Cards Against Humanity and Monopoly on like B and C, dude. That is heresy. I am a board game heretic, dude. I feel like I gotta do one of these to appease all you people, right? Actually, for those of you curious though, if I were to actually put like normal Monopoly on the list, I would probably put it in E. It's one of those games I'm kind of just like, what am I even doing here? Disc Duelers. Almost too many characters, too many power-ups, and it's not really a complete game. And in the rulebook it even says like, oh, you can make up your own things as you go along. Yeah, there's some balance issues, but I do find it enjoyable. I'm gonna put it in B. Yeah, I think I'm with Ash on this one. I'm putting Disc Duelers in B. Like, most of the time, I'm just gonna be like, why don't you just play Throw Burrito? It's just so much easier to get into. Now, I will say, though, we do have some insanely cool hype moments of playing Disc Duelers. There's, like, some people landing these insane shots or, like, cross-table. Like, yeah, this game can absolutely produce some really, really cool moments. It's just, like, way too convoluted for what it is. Like, this is a game that overstays its welcome by a large margin. Like, I just kind of wish they simplified it down to, like, just cut out, like, half the content in the game and then streamline the rulebook, and you'd probably get yourself an actual, like, god-tier game right here. Pandemic. Yes, we reviewed this already. I don't think it's that great. Pretty stale. Wow, it's like relevant right now. I'm gonna put it in C.
100% agree putting in D. This game would go in E, but there's at least some bit of problem solving in there that makes you stay and want to be like, okay, let's figure this thing out, okay? Like, my problem with Pandemic is that, like, there's literally no reason to play it with, like, a group. Like, I will always play this game better if I'm playing by myself, track your own information. Like, there's basically, like, you can just manage all 4 of the guys you're playing as by yourself. Like, why do you even need other people at the table? I do not understand. And also, another problem I have with it is that normal mode is too easy and hard mode is too hard. Like, hard is, like, actually just like a coin flip a lot of the time.
Pandemic Legacy. Yes, this is a very popular game, but I don't like Pandemic. So this game is kind of more the same. For now, I'll put it in D. Maybe there's a cool twist. I'm like a third through, I'm not really impressed.
I wouldn't quite put it in D, because this is like, there's at least like some stuff going on. Like, again, I'm part of that group. We did not finish Pandemic Legacy. I'm gonna put it in C, because it's kind of hard to talk about this game without like spoiling things. But for what I did see, it didn't really impress me, like, at all. It's literally just more Pandemic. There's like slightly more things thrown in. Like, I was interested in that at first, but there's like no draw for me. Like, my god. Like, I think I would have rather played Pandemic Legacy by myself than with my group, because like, we would just like randomly argue over like really dumb trains of thought and kind of just go nowhere when like, if you just like full on listen to one guy or the other and just let that person just like quarterback, we would have gotten in a way better spot. So, I don't know. But again, that's just like one of Pandemic's core problems. I was like, there's no reason for this game to be a multiplayer game. It's like, I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll give it another shot, but like, I'll just like buy it just for myself and play through myself, give you my thoughts on it then. I'll probably have a way better time too. But if we're ever to get people together for some campaign legacy nonsense, my god, you know it's going to be Gloomhaven. And we're also highly considering Betrayal Legacy, because some guy in the comments for our Betrayal review was like, you got to get on this. I'm like, I like Betrayal, let's see what this is about.
Okay, Axis and Allies, World War II strategy game.
I have no idea what this is, so we're just going to put in that like WTF area. Axis and Allies, what? Wait, I'm really dumb. I just realized if I put things in the bottom right corner, that's where I'm going to put my face when I actually edit this all together. So we're going to have to like, let's put it like over here then. Like, yeah, we'll move these like over here. That's like the weirdo corner. No idea what's going on with those games.
I'll put it in D. Firefly, Shiny Dice. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with this game. My friend got it.
Don't worry, I don't know what's going on with this game either. Let's immediately move on past our playing the WTF area. I've been told by Ashton this game is horrible. I'll just take his word for it, because I don't think I'm ever going to be able to play it, because I don't think he wants to play it.
What? Daniel just dropped off the rest of my games.
Now, hey, look at that. I was in the video, kind of. I literally show up to his house like, okay. So on the day he filmed this, I woke up like kind of like, I think he filmed this at like 10 a.m. or something. So like when I woke up at around 10, I was obviously not ready to do anything. You know, did all my morning stuff, drove over, and I think I just dropped him off from his door. And I was like, all right, drop him off. I did not realize he was filming a video at the time. Like, they're filming this video, like at that exact moment, that's hilarious, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna go in F. Yeah. Okay, next game, Food Chain Magnate. Wow, this is quite a delight. But in terms of accessibility, it's such a nightmare. I'm gonna put it in B.
B? Okay. Where am I gonna put it then? My problems with it, it's not like a lower warring off or anything. My problem is that, like, this game does not feel like it should be a board game. Like, this game feels like it should be like a PC port. We're putting it in C. Like, what the I do not understand this insane cluster truck of just, like, components that just got everywhere. Like, you're, like, at some point, not even really paying attention to people's, like, tech trees. It's just, like, just what? Just, who even has a table space to even deal with this? Like, what the try playing on Board Game Arena. Or wait, was it Board Game Arena? I don't know, there was like some site we were playing this on. A lot better of an experience, but it was still like kind of because it's like wasn't really that well like visually designed. UI was kind of like, but the fact that even a like not the most well designed online UI is like a significantly better playing experience than playing it in person, that is troubling to me. And yeah, like this game would probably be an A if it was just like a really good PC port made for it. But like this is one of the games I'm just like, why is this even a board game? Like what? There's so much to keep track of. This is a PC game. It's like, oh, I can click on that guy's name, get everything he's doing right there. Cool. I click on that guy, blah blah blah. Like it's all information is laid out, nice and simple. I can keep track of everything, and now I can counterplay everyone as intended instead of having this weird muddling of information just because it's like, oh cool, I gotta spend like 5 minutes like standing around like going over to your side of the table checking all the goals and what you're doing and what you're having your like hiring tree. Like god, this game is just a logistical nightmare. Jesus.
Castles of Burgundy. It's a very feel-good game in terms of point salad. That's alright. I'm just gonna hold on to this game because I think it is a Euro classic. I'm gonna put it in B.
I don't even really remember anything about this game. I'm pretty sure I've played it like once or twice, I kind of just remember I had like some Catan looking things. There's just a bunch of hexes where you like have dice on them, and the fact I don't really remember anything about it kind of makes it go like, whatever. So we're just gonna let's see, where are we gonna put this? We're gonna throw it in D. Like, I don't know, man, I don't really have an interest in playing it, it's just kind of there. Like, this is the thing about, like, a lot of Euro games, like, a lot of them just, like, blend together for me. I don't even remember their names, so there's so many games out there that I've like, played my fill of, like, tons of Euro games. Like, mechanically, you're more or less just kind of doing the same thing in a lot of them, so if the theme doesn't draw me in, I'm probably not gonna remember the name of the game. Like, just straight up. I don't know what's up with that. A lot of these games are even like won, like even with like people who are experienced, like just I don't know what's up. Like it's just you're just basically just computing things. That's what these games are. I'm kind of just like, cool, sure.
Oh, okay. So we just got some games from Daniel. Dropped them off.
What did I even drop off again?
Ultra Tour. Wow, when I first played this game, my mind is completely blown. Now I feel like it's kind of lost its legs, but yo, with expansions, this could be really amazing. So if I'm playing with Daniel, this game has so much legs, but...
Yeah, that's right, that's your boy with the sick radio voice.
B.
Nope, screw you, putting in A, because it's basically just slightly worse Mansions of Madness, which means A.
Lopgos. This is a cooperative game until the food is gone. You're all on a stranded island. Very fun game, very cutthroat, and it's definitely not for everyone. I've generally had a good experience playing. I'm gonna put it in B.
Come on, dude, weak sauce, dude. No, this game, easy A. Oh my god, so much dumb nonsense is just constantly happening in this game. Are you kidding me? Like, the instant one guy just announces, like, I have a gun.
So I pull out my gun. Oh!
Like, oh my god, and the table loses it. Like, just so many dumb things are happening. It is hilarious. I love this game. Jesus Christ. See, I'm more of a fan of these type of games than, like, social deduction games, because, like, in this game, like, the incentives line up so that people just act like dicks towards each other, rather than that one guy who's, like, hiding and being like, I'm acting like I'm a good guy. Whereas in this game, it's just like, no, everyone's just, like, they're just super incentivized to act like dickheads to each other. It's great.
Last game Daniel brought over, Taboo, the game of unspeakable fun. It's like last word, but it has even more legs in terms of accessibility. I'll put it in A.
You know, this game, he's right? It pretty much should belong in A, but we have played this game so goddamn much, I am sick of it. We are putting it in B. Like, God, guys, we need to chill. Can we play, like, last word or something? Like, what is wrong with you people? We have done nights where sometimes we, like, finish, like, a big game early, and we just play non-stop Taboo for, like, 2 or 3 hours. And it's like, just chill, Jesus. We don't even have the newest version of Taboo. We have, like, some old version, which is that picture right there, right? This... like what, like 1990, I don't even know what year this is from, but like there's a 2016 version with updated words. How come we haven't just got that yet? Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're putting in B tier. This really should be A, but come on, my group, you guys are monsters. Chill, stop. We need to chill out on Taboo, or at least buy a new one.
Let's go to Splendor. Okay, so there's no drive to really play this game, but whenever it's brought out, I feel like there's quite a bit of strategy, and generally the engine building feels good. But I think because of a lack of theme, you feel disconnected from the game. I'll put it in C.
I don't know about that. That lack of theme is, definitely there, but the game is simple enough that, like, I can introduce it to a lot of people. You'd be surprised. Like, this is definitely my go-to intro to Euro for, like, pretty much most people. We're gonna put it in B, alright? It's a great game. Like, he's kind of right. I don't really have that much of a drive to play it, but, like, my god, it's such a good introductory game for new players. Oh my. Also, what is this? Look at his shot there. Can you even tell what's in what tiers anymore? Like, Jesus Christ. Look at this. Just do a normal tier list. Just do that. What the?
Should I? It's like more of like a B game.
Yes, put it in B, please, for the love of God.
Yeah, I'll put it in C. Sheriff of Nottingham. Very, very fun. The first couple times I played, I remember watching playthroughs and being like, dude, this game is amazing. I'll put this in C. I think it's a pretty comfortable C game.
100% agree. This is going straight in C. It's one of those games where it's just like, there's not enough new freshness to it. You play it like 5 times, that's probably all there is you need to see about the game, honestly. I mean, it's a good game, but like, there just needs to be more going on in it. Like, the sheriff inspecting thing interactions is just not quite enough to justify how long the game is, too.
Suburbia. Wow, this game is really cool. I wish we could play it more. I'm gonna put it in A.
100% agree with that. Suburbia is such a satisfying game to play. We're putting in A, straight up. Boom, bam, bibbity bop. Love seeing my city come together, even though half the time my cities are just insane, overpopulated ghettos with no income. But, like, you know what? That's the strat. That's the way to go. I say you get a big population and win the game. Let's go. Like, Jesus Christ. The cities I build in this game, they're just trash mountains. They're just secretly New Jersey, man. Like, what the I'm sorry about that, people who live in New Jersey, but, like, you get what I mean.
Very teetery in this A section.
You are blocking games with your games.
This game is really, really nostalgic. I think that's the best way to put it. It's not really a good game, but the first time I played it, I'm like, wow, this is everything I've always wanted. It's like D&D, but actually playable. I'll put it in C.
D&D, but actually playable. What the I don't get how D&D is that inaccessible to you. Like, what the, you just, like, pick it up and just go. If someone's in your group, it's only the DM, like, kind of, like, well, I mean, you can just, there's so many guides you can follow. They're like, dude, come on. You just need to roll stats, come up with a, like, jank name, and, like, kind of a backstory, like, just some motivations of what you're doing. You can just go. Now, okay, in terms of HeroQuest, though, yeah, I think I've played it, like twice. I think we played it at, like, a high school lunch table, oddly enough. I remember I was the barbarian, and I just kind of ran in and hit things. I felt like Descent was pretty ooga booga when I was playing the Berserker. I was just running in and hitting things. This game's even more of that, and I had no idea what was going on, so we're actually gonna put it in D. I will say, the game does look great. The best thing about HeroQuest is that the game looks phenomenal. The best thing about HeroQuest is that I'm going to use all of its pieces when I play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm sure if I watch that video like 20 more times, I can probably improve my impression, but you know, off the top of my head, it's kind of how I remember the voice sounding like.
Also, I bought this game for $5 and it's worth $300, so that always feels good.
What? How did you buy it for $5? You can just see how damaged the box is from just how old it is. Jesus.
Okay, Dixit. Picture is worth 1,000 words. We played this game a hell of a lot back in high school, making sounds, saying stupid stuff. I'll put it in D. Yeah.
D, what the you heathen. This game's just about reading people. If you can read the table well, alright, like, this game is phenomenal, right? This is just a game about interpreting things, okay? Like, that's all you do in it. And you can get so creative with it. Like, the room for expression in Dixit is unbelievably high. This is an easy A. Like, boom, bam, bada bing. I also like how easy you can just whip it out at parties, and people are just like, they feel very clever about this game. They're like, ooh, or they just feel like, oh, dude, I'm so big right now. Oh, wow, dude. There's like a cat inside a fishbowl, but there's a fish outside the fishbowl. What is this art? Art's phenomenal. So I just say that, like, oh my god, big kudos. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to praise the artist, God.
This overhead camera is insanely messy.
Yes, that is messy, my god.
Pictomania, incredibly easy to game, but it's a very wholesome, fast fanatic game if you don't want to abuse the rules. I'll put it in C. I think it's a very serviceable drawing game.
Very serviceable, more like this game makes me not want to draw. This is easy E. Like, what? For a drawing game makes you not want to draw? Like, what? What the You can get away with this game by just, like, drawing, like, squiggly lines and then quickly saying, like, that's my drawing. Spend most of your time just trying to vote on other people's drawings. Like, what kind of incentive is that? What is up with this game? I would rather just play Jackbox. If you're gonna play a drawing game, just go play Jackbox, okay? It is way cheaper, alright? And you can get, actually, it's not cheaper. It's about the same price. But you can also get multiple games and you get a Jackbox party pack and you get to draw on your phone and shoot it right into the TV screen and everyone can look at it and be like, ha ha ha, and they're drawing on it and, like, you know, we're adding to it, like, they're voting on it. Like, Jackbox is so much more cleaner and is by far the bigger essence of drawing, like where you just draw something stupid and have people interact with it in dumb ways. In Pictomania, that's not really like happening. You're trying to game the drawing too much. So like, what's the point of drawing then? And not to mention, it's real life drawing with like pencils and stuff. It gets all messy. You're smudging your table. Like, it's awful game. Jeez, I do not want to play this game.
King of Tokyo. This game has always somehow surprised me. I never think it's gonna be that good, and then you play, it's like, wow, this is really fun. I'm gonna put it in B.
You can just see it takes longer and longer for him to like add things to the tier list. Like, oh my god. Okay, well for me though, King of Tokyo, oh my god, it's a massive picture. We're gonna put this in A, because like, you want to feel like Godzilla? You play King of Tokyo. Easy, done deal. Also, it's another one of those super fun party games that I can whip out at like pretty much most, if not all, party settings and get everyone into it, so props to that.
Lost Cities, the quintessential card game for 2 players. I'll put it in C.
I have no idea what's going on with the game. I don't think I've ever played it before, so we're just gonna put it in the WTF tier. I don't know what's going on.
Betrayal and House on the Hill with the expansion. Now this game has a lot of problems, yes, and the game's not meant to be perfectly balanced, but it's still good. So I'm gonna put it in B.
Definitely agree with that. We're also slapping this game in B. Like, the fact that Mansions and Madness exists is kind of just blows out of the water. Like, this game's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's a little too dysfunctional for my taste. If it was just polished up a little more, like, sure, okay, it would definitely go way higher, right? But as it stands right now, the game is really all over the place.
Takenoko and Tamauza. I really like this game. It has incredible depth for how simple it looks, and I can introduce it to a lot of people. It's gonna be an S.
Yeah, for me, Takenoko, it's another one of the games I'm like, yeah, it's cute, but I don't really get hyped over it, so it's either gonna go in B or C. Yeah. I mean, I'm always pretty willing to play it, though. I don't know. I don't really have too much interest in it. I'm kind of like, it's another one of those games in my brain is just kind of like there. So we'll put it in C, actually. It's also not quite ooga booga enough for that, like, kind of party crowd draw, but I don't know, in terms of getting people into the game, into, like, board gaming, like, great game for that. Would 100% use it for that.
Dominion. This is the sort of game I feel like I could just play forever if I had all the expansions. The expansions, I think, would just take up too much of my time because I just like this game so much. It's gonna go in A.
Okay, the problem here is we have first edition Dominion, which was like a broken, janky mess. Okay, so Ashton's Dominion, because I'm tier listing his collection, is gonna be in D. But Dominion is a game I'm always pretty down to play. Okay, like if I'm playing second edition and I'm playing expansions, shoots up, immediate A, straight up. But like, we have played the crap out of first edition. I don't know how, we've probably dumped like 100+ hours in this thing, and there's still no expansions. Like, what is wrong with us? Jesus, like, the meta is just so devolved, and just like, oh yeah, just buy gold, buy laboratories, just buy a lot of gold and draw into them constantly, get extra buys, and just buy in provinces every turn. Woohoo! Like, gold is so busted in this, like, Jesus. Thankfully though, we do have buddies with expansions in second edition, so you know, always down to play with those guys. But this first edition, just get out of here, stop, Jesus Christ.
Next game, Quantum, a sci-fi game about spaceships using dice. This game is hated so much by one of my friends. Whenever I bring it up, it's almost like a meme at this point. I don't really want to play it because it's really dry, so it's gonna go in D.
100% agree with this. I don't know if I'm that friend, but I've complained about this game quite a bit, so yeah, we're putting in D. Like, I want to see spaceships. I'm doing space combat. Like, why the hell am I attacking things with dice? It's too abstract. I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, sure, you can be clever with it. Like, the fact that there's like cool mechanics, and I like how clever it is with the whole like rolling around with the dice and changing your ships to do what they do. Like, that's super cool. But cleverness does not exactly 100% translate into fun to play. So it would be E, but I like the aspect about the game. I like the design there. It's pretty cool, actually. So I'm putting in D.
Hey, Deep Sea Adventure. It's like Ink and Gold, but better. It definitely feels a lot better. It's gonna go in A.
Absolutely agree with that. It's going straight in A. Boom. Deep Sea Adventure right there. Bop, bing, bada, boom. One of the best games of chicken I've ever goddamn played. Boom. Wow, A's getting kind of crowded. I like a lot of games. Let's smooth these all over a little. But yeah, Deep Sea Adventure is incredibly addicting. Like, you can go on for a while just seeing who can stay in for the longest time without killing themselves, and it is so hype. Like, God, this game is just so replayable. Like, the amount of times people are just constantly pressuring each other to just go deeper and deeper and deeper, like, despite the danger. It is phenomenal. Like, God, I love just how ballsy this game gets everyone just all riled up, dude. Like, you want to be a risk-taking dickhead, you play Deep Sea Adventure.
Then Ink and Gold. What about that? I think Ink and Gold is very accessible. It's just so dumb in terms of cheese and the amount of banter you can have in this game. I'm gonna put this in B.
Why B? It's just basically like Deep Sea Adventure, except it's you Indiana Jones it. We're putting in A also. What if it's basically like the same game in terms of concept? I mean, obviously not the way you play it, but very similar in terms of just like, let's see how far in I can go. Hoo-hoo.
Dice City. This game was not really the cool city building game that I wanted it to be, and we definitely got a lot of rules wrong while playing. That might be partially the rulebook's fault, partially my fault. For right now, I'm gonna put it in C.
Okay, Dice City definitely feels like a mobile game. Like, straight up like a phone game that's put into a board game. That's what the art style reminds me of. And also the dice in it is kind of unsatisfying. Like, it's one of those games where like, I don't really feel like the RNG helps it that much, so we're putting in D. Okay, I get like Quantum vibes from it, right? It's like, it's not as abstract as Quantum, but it's just like, the building is just not satisfying. If I compare it to like Civ, oh my god, do I feel like I'm building a civilization. But like, in Dice City, you're kind of just rolling dice. Things sometimes happen, and then like everyone's kind of just circle jerking their own corner, like just. And on top of that, the art style is just like, like why am I playing like Clash of Clans on a board game? Like, what is going on here? But yeah, I think mobile games have just kind of ruined that kind of art style for me. So I don't know. Also, one thing I should probably point out is that yeah, the rules we got wrong is we didn't know you had to re-roll your die at the end of your turn. So we would just play the game where you roll a die once for the beginning, and then your dice would stay like that for the whole game. I actually like the game better that way. When I play with the proper rules, where you actually re-roll your dice at the end of every turn, it just feels like it's just a mess. Like, what the original game we were playing, like, actually had so much more strategy behind it, because, like, you can look at what everyone's dice are at and see how, like, set in place it was and get an actual build going. But an actual game is just kind of up in there in terms of what the hell happens, so I don't know, man.
Caverna, the Cave Farmers. Okay, well, it's a very wholesome game. I actually used this to store more components, so we have this and then this to play. Not the most accessible. After playing like 10 times, kind of a little bored of it. I'm gonna put it in C.
I wouldn't quite put it in C, but also I realize that he's the one who owns it. Like, this is kind of what happened with like us in Gloomhaven, where because Ashton doesn't own Gloomhaven, doesn't really have to deal with setup and managing components or organization, so he gets to just kind of play the game and just, you know, follow along for the ride, right? But for me, since I'm the one who actually owns the game and is doing anything for it, it's just like, I don't want to deal with the aspect of the game, and it actually drags down the fun factor for me. If you saw what he just did right there, he had like a separate box just to hold components. Like, yeah, I can see where that would, you know, kind of draw in on you, be like, oh man, I don't really want to deal with setting this game up. But I mean, I don't know the game, so I don't have to deal with that. So I'm gonna put it in B rather than C. It's definitely a very fun game. It's a feel-good game where you just kind of build things and things happen. But I will say though that there's not really much of a reason for it to be like a multiplayer game. That is one of my issues with it. Like, I guess, I mean, yeah, there is that action drafting, you know, worker placement, whatever you want to call it, right, where people are blocking each other from taking certain spaces. But that's kind of like your extensive. You can't really trade with each other and do like hilarious things. It's just kind of everyone's just off in their own caves, just I don't know, doing their own thing. So I mean, when I say that, I feel like it should be lower, but I don't know why. For some reason, whenever we play it, we just start having really cool and funny conversations about whatever the hell everyone's doing. I don't know, maybe the theme is just that good that we're just memeing really hard while playing and we just have a great time anyway. So
Cutthroat Caverns. It's like Munchkin, but way better. I guess the UI in this game, like the art, is not the best. It's always been a good experience. Even if I lose, it's appealing. I'll put it in B.
Yeah, I can agree with that. The game also goes in B. Like, this is a game that really should be like A, maybe even S, but like, my god, I do not like the art in it. The presentation is just kind of like god awful. Like, the game has got some really cool things going for it, but just please present it better. The mechanics are great. Like, the amount of interaction with other players and just constantly messing each other up is funny. Absolutely love it. But for one, the game goes on for way too long. Like, it overstays its welcome for sure. Two, our group, I don't know how you've played it this much, but like, yeah, there needs to be more content and you need to play less of it at once. And that would make the game feel a lot less exhausting than what it currently is. I've heard there is a second edition. We currently have first edition with an expansion. I don't know, I'll probably have to check that out at some point, but for now, it's a B, and it really should be higher. Like, Cutthroat Caverns might be one of my go-to examples for like mechanics on everything, right? Because the game mechanically is like phenomenal. Like, everything about it is so good, but then like just all the little things, like the art and how like things are like presented to you, just drag it down so much. I'm telling you, aesthetics matter.
This is Songosha, the Chinese version of, or like a Chinese reskin of Bing, but a lot better. It is a very popular game in China, and I can see why it's so popular. Problem is, this version is not translated, so you have to bring out your phones to translate while playing. Still, I feel like I could play this for a very long time, so this is gonna go in A.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but we're gonna put it in D, because oh my god, I am tired of social deduction games. We played them way too much in a group. I'm just kind of sick of the whole thing. Okay, this is a game that I would probably actually put in C, but the fact that it is in Chinese is very annoying, and I had that to look up pretty much like every single character's abilities on my phone every time we play. That is so annoying to do. Like, mechanics are like cool and all, sure, but like, oh my god, is this game not for me? Maybe it's because we overplayed it to just the God's end on earth, but like, Jesus Christ, we need to chill on this, okay? Like, this gets suggested pretty much nonstop. I'm just like, no. I will say though that this game is just better Bang, like straight up. If you're gonna play Bang, don't even buy Bang, just get Songosha. Like, just, oh my god, this game it's a straight upgrade.
Once upon a time, a story building game. We have some great playthroughs of this game. This is a fun game. It's almost like one of those games you'd rather hear someone playing than actually play yourself. I'm gonna put this in B.
Nah, screw you putting this in A, because my god, this game just chugs out good stories. I think it's all about the crowd, because this is one of those games where it's like, it really should be an S. But the problem is, there's like too many people out there who just want to just play cards in humanity, just play a card and just like have that be the answer. This game, you really have to be creative, all right? You really got to put your heart and spirit into constructing a really good driving story that everyone's going to be into, all right? So you'd be surprised how, I guess, hard it is to set up. Like, if you're playing this game with guys who they just talk, they're going on, it is phenomenal. I love the game. My god, just so many just dumb jokes and like memorable moments have come out of this game that I just cannot put it like any lower than A. Also, one more thing I should probably mention before I go deeper into this, because I feel like I've been kind of alluding to it, but I haven't really like explicitly said it before. So the people we play board games with, it's like a massive group. I want to point out that like, what is it like? I mean, I can't count it with both my hands, right? So there's a lot of people we go to play board games for, and with such like wide group variety, we get a lot of interesting group dynamics that come about. So that is 100% influencing some of these scores, or not like scores, I guess how we see these games. Okay, so there's like a group that we have that's kind of common, like really the board game guys, and that group has been the one that we've played things too much, in my opinion. I've kind of gotten sick of it, like Battlestar Galactica and like Songosha, right? Dominion, those are like games that really should be higher, but it's just like, Jesus Christ, guys, we need to chill out on this. But then the same like with those guys, playing Once Upon a Time with them, not really the best, but then I play Once Upon a Time with some of my like more video game oriented friends, and suddenly we are like destroying the game. We are having a phenomenal time, just like probably doing things with the cards that were never intended to be done. Like if you watch our Once Upon a Time playthrough, the one called Once Upon a Crime, oh my god, like that somehow went into the future. Okay, so just watch it. It is crazy. I just spoiled something huge right there, but I don't know, man. Just that game is gonna be so wildly different depending on who you're playing with. TLDR is we have too many friends, I guess. I don't know. That actually is a problem. Sometimes we will like set up board game nights and we have too many people. It's like we were trying to play Game of Thrones, or no, we're just never Game of Thrones. We were trying to play Twilight Imperium 4, but we have like 8 people. What do we do? It's like, oh, okay, Jesus Christ.
The Resistance. This is a quintessential hidden deduction game. It's not really a game I play with my friend group because we've played it so many times. So after the first 25 games, you're like, cool, okay, every single permutation of deduction has been done. This is going to be a solid B for me.
Nah, I think, you know, again, going on with my normal trend of just being I'm sick of social deduction. I'm putting in D, dude. Like, you know what? Okay, you know what? Impromptu bonus round. So, you might say, like, what's this again? Social deduction thing you got going on? Like, what the okay, the reason why, alright, is because I feel like there are games that just do this so much better than social deduction. So, if you want people to turn each other at the table, just have mechanics that just play into it and make it very upfront. Again, though, this is just personal taste. You know, the thing is, if you like social deduction, but, you know, that's just how I feel about it. Let me bring up another example here. So, bonus round. This game we don't even have anymore. I'm just throwing in here. City of Horror. I'm throwing this as an S tier randomly. Bam, up there. We're cheating on his list. It's no longer just reacting purely actions collection, but this is a game kind of like in a similar vein with Galapagos. The game's incentives just drive people already to just, like, fight each other, alright? Like, there's nothing that says you, like, have to. It's just, like, you're trying to survive. And that's it. And so you end up just turning on each other in the most organic, hilarious way, and rather than just having like a random traitor amidst the group. Like, I have such unbelievably fond memories of City of Horror. In fact, I'm pretty sure Ashton sold it because there was one game where I just like was so ruthless and just destroyed everyone to the point that he was so tilted he sold the game. Like, I'm fairly certain that happened, which I kind of feel awful about. But at the same time, that's just like one of those memories that's just like, dude, that is hilarious. Holy.
Lords of Waterdeep with the Scoundrels of Seaport expansion. This is a go-to game for my friends. I don't really feel the same way. I like it, but I never felt like it was as amazing as it was pinned out to be. This is going to be a solid B for me.
B? No. You heard him when he said about friends. I'm probably one of those friends. This game is going straight up in the S tier for me. This has destroyed so many other worker placements for me because it's added a level of interaction I've not seen in many other board games. But this is one with the expansion. Base game is kind of trash. I'd put base game in like D or C, but like with the expansion, I forget what it's called, like Scoundrels of like Skullport or something. That game just is now phenomenal because it added in a corruption mechanic where they basically can take these turns that are insane on tempo, but they come with a big drawback later on. But that drawback is like a group drawback. And so the more people that like invest in corruption, so to speak, the more mess up it is for everyone. And so you are playing a game of chicken while also playing just your Euro worker placement thing. And that is an amazing dynamic. God, this game just has destroyed so many other just point salads for me, dude. Like, this game is phenomenal.
I just don't really feel like it has like a whoa factor that I want.
The whoa factor is the corruption. What is wrong with you?
What the frick?
God, what are you doing with your table, dude, Mike? You could have just put this on the ground. Like, why'd you put it on top of a table? Just put all the games on the ground if you're gonna do this method. I do not understand.
Last game. Chinatown. So this is a cool trading game. I haven't played this game for about 3 years. I don't have a good drive to play it again, so I'll put it in C.
In C? Oh, this man knows I'm making deals. He doesn't like making deals. Here's my deal for you. We're playing Chinatown in A, because oh my god, it's making non-stop deals a good goddamn time. If people want to play Monopoly, I always say screw you, let's play Chinatown. This game is just baby Sidereal Confluence. Sidereal Confluence I would also put in A, because they're both just trading games. Chinatown is just shorter, lighter. Sidereal Confluence is just if you just want to go harder on trading. Like, it just depends on how heavy you want your trading to be. But like, if you just want to trade all game, just talk to people, you're like, hey, we should make a deal. Yeah. Chinatown, real good for that. All right, you know, yeah, get out of your Ashton. Okay, one more thing I want to point out. Bonus round, because as it's made abundantly clear, we got a lot of board gaming friends. So there's a lot of games on here that aren't in his collection, but I still would like to throw onto here just because, hey, you want to see my opinions on things, right? So here they are. So City of Horror was like the random impromptu bonus one we threw in there. Let's do another one that's big dealio to me. So let's take root here and you just immediately put that in S. All right, this is like an area control game that has destroyed so many area control games for me for just so many reasons. It has like infinite replayability. Okay, super fast, super cute. Right, theme is all there. Gameplay is on point. Incentives make people do hilarious things to each other. Like, God. This game's amazing. Gloomhaven. All right, this might be a little weird. It's going in A, actually, because, oh my god, this is a game again. I'm just going to wish, like, dude, why is this not just a PC game? I mean, yes, it is at this point, but, you know, full game's not quite there yet on the digital edition. So, when I first played it, it was, like, straight up, like, in C, like, maybe even D. But thanks to proper organization and looking at guides online and getting all these third-party apps help actually play the game, my experience with it has improved considerably. And the fact that you have to go through that to just like even play the game and not waste all your time just like meddling around with it is a really big warning sign to me. All right, like this is a game that really is just an amazing, phenomenal experience. It's buried just underneath a bunch of logistical just nonsense. But then, oh wait, what's this? Oh, Jaws of the Lion exists, and this goes straight in the S tier for basically just fixing that exact problem I was talking about. Like, what the is it? Like just Gloomhaven intro version, and oh my god, it's so much easier to get into. Like, Jesus, the start for this game, phenomenal. Campaign so far, I've been having a much better time with this than in Gloomhaven. Like, just, I want to keep non-stop playing our Jaws of the Lion campaign. It is that much fun. I just want to come out of left field, but Sons of Anarchy is straight up a big meme of a game. This game is so stupid. It's going in S. Okay, like, it's obviously not, like, as well made and polished of a game as Root, but, like, oh my god, the theme is phenomenal, and the gameplay ties into it so well. Like, every time I play this game, it is a blast. There's always a story that comes out of it, because if you think about what's going on thematically, just a bunch of biker gangs fighting each other, it's so funny. It is unbelievably fun. Like, this really shouldn't be there, but it's just one of those games that's like, it's a pet favorite. It's a pet favorite. What am I saying? It's a guilty pleasure. We'll just call it that. Like, I don't really think it should be up there, but remember, and I'm just gonna say this again as a disclaimer, even though you're this far in the video, this is not a critical tier list, all right? If we were actually reviewing these games, it would not look like this at all. Like, things would be moving around, like, by entire tiers all over the place. Ouch, Jesus. This is literally just all, like, just personal, like, just shooting off the hip kind of tastes. Like, were I to give these games recommender scores and be, like, more critical about them, for example, like, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, like, Battlestar Galactica, Resistance, Quantum, Dominion, all these games should really be way up higher, right? They're really well-made games. My taste, blah. And lastly, stupid random thing I want to mention is Terraforming Mars, because this is a game that's a big meme for me, because I've never actually played it, but while I was in college, this was like a dumb joke that was going on, where it's like, I somehow dodged every single game of this that was set up. I don't know how this happened, but like, okay, remember? I went to UC San Diego for 2 years, all right? I was at the board game clubs for pretty much all that time. I think there was a couple months where I just randomly didn't go. It was over the weekends. I might just done something else. But point is, I was a pretty frequent visitor there. Almost every time there was a game of Terraforming Mars going on that I like somehow just missed, and I was always interested in playing the game, and I dodged every single attempt all the time. Like, it was just by coincidence. It was insane. What the I don't even know how that happens. How does that happen? I was very much interested in playing, right? And other people would like ask for a setup. I'd either be already in the middle of some other game, about to leave, or like just other people came in first, right? I don't know, just somehow by the stars aligning, I never got to play this game despite, like, actually trying to, so. Big funny meme. But yeah, that's it. Look at the list. This is what it is. Bada bing, bada boom. So much easier to look at than Ashton's top camera. I don't know what the hell that was. There you go. Would I give you the most coherent thoughts about this? Probably not, but this is basically how I feel about things. These are not in any particular order, like left to right is not a thing here. Yeah, that's the tier list. Thank you for watching this tier list reaction to a tier list. I don't know what the hell this video is. Whatever, it's a big meme. It's funny, big funny. Thank you for coming along and watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if my tastes are garbage. I would like to read the comments very much on that. And also, we have a Patreon, so if you like what you see, want to see more of it, and you want to support us, feel free to check us out over there, and we'll see you all in the next Shelfside video. Goodbye. And shout out to our lovely patrons, Max Bakery, Maneth, and the Chad patron Heathen. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel.